is right because we made it through up to another Friday.
It is. It's Friday, and I wonder if Friday Fest is going to go on in Fort Pierce tonight because it is the first Friday, and it's raining.
Yeah, it is, but I think the rain will be moving through there.
But it starts like now.
Oh,
like 5 o'clock.
Well, it's already here, so my guess is it's leaving there. I'm going with that.
I'm going to say it's going to be postponed till next week.
That's a possibility.
Usually that's what they do, especially if there's thunder and lightning.
Oh, yeah.
And the band can't play.
Yeah.
So.
Especially if you have to plug in your instruments. That gets a little exciting.
Well, that's why I said that the band can't play and they're not undercover.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well.
And that happens to a lot of venues like the Pelican Cafe and, different places around here, Terra Firmata.
Right.
They get rained out a lot.
I would imagine.
So.
Sure. Oh, another flash.
Yeah. Another flash.
Oh, yes.
Flash in the pan.
Hear the thunder kind of rolling behind it. So it's about 3 seconds away. So
we have an exciting evening here. We have the Relay for Life, and we have the Mitch from the Boys and Girls Club.
Right.
So let's run our heels off tomorrow with the Relay for Life.
Okay. All right. Let's get relayed. So what's going on with that? Now, this is how many annual events do you know what this is in the sequential numerical?
Well, Center State Bank has been involved.
Wait a minute. What happened? Here, we try this one. There you go.
Center State Bank has been involved since 2014.
Okay.
So that's how long we've been doing this.
That's as long as we've been tracking.
All right.
Yes.
And it was happening before you.
Oh,
guys.
yes. It's been going on for years and years.
All right. So, and the beneficiary of Relay for Life is
the American Cancer Society, which is obviously, what the American Cancer Society is. Their money goes for research, a road to recovery, which locally takes cancer patients for rides to and from treatments. Obviously, we support research, and they also provide money for Hope Lodge, which there's one in Gainesville, Tampa, and there's one coming to Jacksonville. And obviously, Hope Lodge is where survivors and families can stay while they're going through treatment. We have some exciting things going on at Relay. The Relay event is at Memorial Park in downtown Stuart. It's from 2 to 10. Vine and Barley will be there to serve some vine and barley. We have some food trucks. Florida aerial dance and circus. That's going to be pretty cool. They have a cool setup over there already.
I've seen them. They are amazing.
Aren't they cool?
And they're. I saw the young kids.
Yes,
and they
there's
are
all
amazing.
Ages. But there's going to be a car show from 2 to 5. Bounce houses, obstacle courses, all kinds of fun things for the kids to do.
And the adults, if you'd like to get into a bounce house, that's fine. No one's going to judge you, Frank.
Have to take your shoes off.
Yes.
That's the only protocol, right?
No, it's certain weight, too.
Oh, weight.
Yes.
Okay, well, I think I probably meet the weight class.
You probably be okay.
You do, too.
Yes.
Yes.
Center State has had a team now for several years. We're very passionate about this cause. We have someone at our bank who has been struggling with cancer probably for about 3 years now. So it's personal to us.
Right.
Everybody can relate to somebody who's battling cancer who has battled cancer, has lost their lives to cancer. And it's something that we really try to get behind at the bank, and we hope that everybody can come out and participate. We have a survivor dinner at 5:30, and Riverwalk is feeding everybody. So if you know anybody who fits that profile of cancer survivor, caregiver, please invite everybody to come out at 5:30 and enjoy a nice meal from Riverwalk.
Now, what is the fee to get in?
There is no fee to get in.
No. Okay. Just donations.
Correct.
Okay. And what would be the general donation?
About $10.
Okay.
Anything you can afford, really.
Okay.
We'll take anything.
Yes.
One thing that's unique about this year versus the other years, I think we saw that St. Lucie County did their Relay for Life, and I think they did a more traditional, what you consider Relay for Life, with laps, and if you've ever come out to it, there's a different type of lap for caregivers and survivors and so on. We have a little different approach this year. It's our Festival of Hope. We wanted to change it up a bit. It's going to have a lot more of like a carnival feel, I'd almost say. There's going to be, like Amy mentioned, there's going to be a car show. So it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be different. It'll be interesting. And even if you've come out to Relay in prior years, this will be a different experience for sure.
So there's not an actual race.
No. And
That's
there's
why I said a
never
race,
really a
because I'm
race.
usually see everyone doing the laps. And to
Right,
me, that's like,
It's a relay per se, but it's around a track usually, and you
Right.
walk all night and you never stop.
right.
And this year we're not doing that. We're just going to do
Yeah,
a big festival.
That's a little refreshing.
Yeah.
because I remember previous years when you guys would come in, we'd talk about it. Pizza being delivered at 2 o'clock in the morning, right?
Yes, we used to go overnight. We're not doing that this year. It's going to end at 10 p.m. So
And everybody says yeehaw for
yes,
that. Yes,
especially
Absolutely.
Randall. And I,
Yes.
We probably want to plug the bank while we're on.
I think
on
that's a
air,
good idea.
since they're the ones definitely
Center
supporting.
State's
Yes.
been supporting this since 2014.
Yes.
Right.
Center State Bank has. George Haley is a huge supporter of his employees getting out there and helping the community. Our branch is on Monterey Road in Stewart, and we have several Center State Banks all over.
All over the Treasure Coast
Yes.
Yeah. How many have you added to your family since you were here last year?
Gosh, too many to
Too
count.
many. We're
Too
now
many.
into Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee now.
And I've never heard of you.
Center State.
I never heard of Center State Bank.
Well, shame on us
Yeah.
as salespeople.
I never,
but,
and I've been here a long, long time. And
Oh.
Well, it used to be. So let's talk about some of
Yes.
the previous names.
Gulfstream Business Bank.
Yes.
we were a bank that just focused on commercial clients,
Okay.
business clients. And as Center State came in and we merged into them, we expanded to a little more of a retail environment,
bank.
traditional bank.
okay.
But our branch is still primarily a commercial bank. And like Amy's saying, our leadership is very supportive of us getting out in the community and doing good things or
Yeah.
doing the
That's
best we
wonderful.
Right. Okay. So who's going to be carrying the baton for the for the Center State team this year?
can. Oh, I mean, Amy carries the
Yeah,
baton
yeah.
24/7, 365,
Yeah,
Frank. So
Yeah.
she'll continue to do it on Saturday night for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
And again, the hours are from
2 to
Two-
10 p.m.
2 in the afternoon.
Mhm.
And
Right.
so do you have,
Things going on
On
all
constantly?
day. Yes.
Okay.
From 2 to 10 p.m. A DJ, dance performances, the STEM Gems, if you've ever heard of them, the Boy Scouts. Everybody will be out there participating, and it'll be a fun day. So please come out.
Very good. Very
That's good.
Okay. So we'll look forward to seeing
so
everybody there.
are there, how can I say this? Since you're not actually doing a relay
Mhm.
around the track,
Mhm.
I don't know, do you give out certain little things to people that participate in different things?
You mean like ribbons, banners?
Right.
Or, yeah.
Exactly.
But we're all
Trophies.
there to help out and support the day. And by doing that, we're just all participating in the fundraiser. We'll make money selling ride tickets and vendor booths and things like that.
Okay. I didn't know if they like got a sticker to put on, I am a part of.
All right. So you can join the Center State team in the next
Yes.
year. Some
You
of
can-
Debbie's energy, maybe you'll have some other promotional ideas.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Debbie, that would be
Okay.
great.
All right. Very good. Okay. Well, that's great. We thank you for coming in.
Yes.
And we hope a lot of our listeners.
We'll show up tomorrow
Will
at 2
show
o'clock,
up. Yeah.
2 to 10.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you
Take
for
advantage
having
of
us.
that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Thank you for what you guys do.
Yes.
Appreciate it. And we'll be right back. So stick with us.
Go get 'em, Tiger. Row.
All right, that's my little nod to the Detroit Tigers that are, well, they won 2 in a row anyway.
Wow.
So
2 out of 849 games this season. That's not
what
bad.
is that? It's like 162 games, right? I think so. It's 162
Okay.
games in a season.
So they won 2, so that's good.
Well,
2 down and
2 in a row.
160 to go.
Yeah. So that's it should be good. So my deal this year for 2019 is that every day they win, the following day I will wear Detroit gear.
That's
So,
perfect.
yeah.
You'll either wear it out or
Right.
it'll stay in the
it'll
closet.
It'll be freshly starched or worn out, either way.
Right.
So, well, anyway, so that's the thing for Frank, and we want to introduce our guest today, right?
Mr. Mitch
Yes,
from the
welcome
Boys
back.
and Girls Club.
Yes.
Let's go with that. That's what the kids call me when I walk in the club.
Yes.
It's kind of weird hearing Mr. Mitch.
Mr. Mitch.
But-
Yes, and he's from the Boys and Girls Club, St. Lucie County, and they have a lot of exciting things. I want to let everyone know he's going to be a permanent fixture here for the next couple months, sometime during each month.
Do I get my
Let
own
us know.
parking space?
Pardon me?
Do I get a parking space?
No, I don't
Uh,
have a parking
oh,
space,
Okay. We'll have to work on that for you first.
I think
but
that's
anyway,
fair.
we want to hear about the mission. What's going on in St. Lucie County? I've heard some other good things that are going on, and I'll ask you questions about them. So you give us your mission and tell us where you're at.
Well, our mission is obviously to work with kids and to make sure that they are put on a path that takes them to, being a good adult, because we need good adults 10 years from now, and that's our job.
Yes, it is. And well, that's a great job
It-
because a lot of the parenting nowadays goes by the wayside and they're too busy. The parents are working a lot.
Yeah.
So the Boys and Girls Club steps in, and I believe you do after school for a lot of schools in St. Lucie County, don't you?
We have, hold on, don't fall off your chairs. We just opened our 20th club in St. Lucie County.
Wow.
So between
That's
the
huge.
schools and between our clubs, we have 20. That's a big number. That's a lot of kids.
How do you
Yeah,
keep
it is.
track of all
We have an abacus.
that?
For those of you who remember what an abacus is, we
Yes.
sit there and we just slide those little beads left and
Yeah.
right every time one of them walks into the door.
Perfect.
That's
But,
wonderful.
It's and one of our big shining moments is I didn't realize how many times kids go to school and that's the last meal they have before they come back to school the next day.
Right.
Yes.
I had no idea how bad it was. So now, through a partnership with the school district and with the Treasure Coast Food Bank, we feed every child in every one of our clubs every single day. a dinner.
Wow, that's huge.
And sometimes I have to look at their plate and think, who's getting the better dinner? Am I getting it when I get home, or are they're eating better than I am? So we love our partners and the way they work with us and making sure the kids
Right.
get fed, because you can't learn if you're hungry. You ever try and learn something and while your stomach's growling,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it doesn't go well.
No.
No.
So true. So true.
That's true. And I just read an article where some of the schools are taking what's left over in the lunchrooms and boxing them up for kids to take home to eat, which makes sense.
They should. I mean, we grew up complaining about what the school served in the cafeteria. That was always the running joke.
but it's way different now.
But yeah, they eat
I mean,
well.
Yes,
Oh,
it
yeah.
is. We didn't have choices.
No, we didn't have Taco Tuesday. Did
No.
you have Taco Tuesday?
No,
when
we
you were
had
in school?
whatever was on that, whatever was that day, and that was the only thing you had.
When-
Either
when-
you brought your lunch,
Yeah.
or you paid to get. We called them porcupine balls or whatever they were. They were rice balls that were so hard, and the rice sticking on them was like porcupine needles. So I mean, and that's what you got that day if you chose to eat it.
And that's
I-
only because
I-
the rice was so undercooked.
Right,
Right.
That's
exactly.
why it was so
Exact-
hard.
yeah, that's why we call them porcupine balls.
So you have to drink a lot of water to kind of.
I brought my
expand.
lunch on those. Well, they gave you a menu of the week. I mostly brought my lunch.
Yeah.
I knew I could do that.
We had a guy that when I was in junior high school that produced this lunch called pizza burgers, right? He would take
Right.
the leftover hamburger
Burger
buns,
right.
and he made
That's
them
what we had, pizza burgers.
right, and he ended up moving to the high school. So so I went to my first year at East Detroit High. Pizza Burgers was in the rotation for the
And they were good.
great.
They
And
were a little bit of sauce, a
and the-
little bit of cheese, and on
the
a
teachers would go
hamburger
into
bun.
their wallet. They tell the kids, "What's on the lunch schedule today?" The kids, "Oh, pizza burgers." Okay, and they'd hand the kids some money. Bring me back some pizza burgers, you know. And then, so then I moved to Stevenson High School, my junior and senior year. The same lunch guy had moved to the same school.
You were a
followed
lucky
me.
duck, weren't you?
So yeah, so we
yeah, pizza burgers
yeah.
were big at
yeah,
school. too.
huge in the 70s. right?
I've always said, if you're in a school, the two people you want to be best friends with
Right.
is whoever works at the front desk
Right.
and whoever is in maintenance or in cafeteria. Those people run the schools. They
Yes.
know everything.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's
You're right.
Exactly right. So,
So,
very cool.
But I have to tell you, my niece goes to after school program with the Boys and Girls Club in St. Lucie County, and she loves it.
Oh, good. Where did she go? Do you know what?
Mariposa.
Mariposa. Okay. Give a little Mariposa plug.
And she just loves it. And when they want to pick her up early, she says, "Why? No, I want to stay." So
Well,
yes.
I'll give you a preview of what we have something coming up. I work as the director of marketing and PR. So what I'm trying to get people to understand is we are not there to be the babysitter. When the kids come there is an agenda. There's a program.
Right.
They learn. Sometimes because of our great director of education, his name is Tommy John, not from the Pitcher family. Doesn't have surgery issues named after him, but they are having fun while learning. They don't even know they're learning, and they're learning. So
Right.
it's just working out great. But we are not the babysitter.
No.
But it's they have fun
right. Yeah,
and
good-
get fed.
good quality activities. Yeah.
Plus, they can do their homework there.
We have homework helpers. So
Right.
those, if you're struggling and it's after school and you come home, and that's it. We have so many latchkey kids in the area because either they don't have the transportation or they can't make it work out or the timing isn't right. When they go home alone, I don't think their big sister or little brother is there to help them with their homework, but
No,
we have homework helpers.
you do.
Yeah. That's so important.
And I can't do that. I mean, the math is completely different. I can do math the way I learned how to do math, but not the way they want you to do it nowadays.
Now, once they started putting letters into it and not just numbers, I'm gone.
Algebra,
Right, Yeah, exactly. It's not easy to
I
do there.
know.
Yeah. So,
We have something very special coming up tomorrow. Every year, every Boys and Girls Club across the country does Youth of the Year, where we narrow it down from all of our clubs and we pick our best of the best, our cream of the crop. And we have 4. Actually, you can see all 4 if you drive on Port St. Lucie Boulevard and US 1. We have an electronic billboard that will show all of them right up there. I saw it as I was driving down here in the rainstorm. So
US 1 and Port St. Lucie Boulevard. Okay.
right over the bagels.
Oh, okay.
so-
Max Bagels.
Yeah, right over
Okay.
whatever the bagel shop is there. There's a
Okay.
big billboard, can't miss it. It's a cycling one,
Right.
so you'll see a couple of attorneys and
Right.
then,
Okay.
then our 4 shining stars. And the one shining star, one of our shining stars, who was chosen for our Youth of the Year for the county, who will move on to regionals in a week or two. She will be on stage with Dr. Oz tomorrow at the Health and Wellness event at the Port St. Lucie Civic Center.
You know, I haven't even heard. Usually, it's all over the news. I haven't heard the event that event for tomorrow.
Well, that's not good because it's their job to let people know. So
And I usually tell everybody what's going on. That wasn't even in my realm because I had no clue.
we got some thunder, we got some lightning. Hopefully,
Yeah.
are we still on the air?
Yeah.
Okay.
So far, so good.
Because that was a big one.
Yeah.
Good. Then actually, I'm going to segue with that since we heard.
As
we
long
heard.
as it doesn't hit our antenna on Alice Avenue, we're good.
Oh, is that where it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, since we just heard lightning, it reminds me that we have in April. We're halfway there. We have halfway to Halloween.
Okay.
So for those people who love getting dressed up that don't want to wait till October, in partnership with the St. Lucie Mets over at First Data Field in Port St. Lucie, we are encouraging you to get dressed up. There's going to be a trunk or treat or the equivalent of one. You know, we don't have the cars. And this will again benefit the kids. They get to come to the game.
Oh, okay. What date is that?
That is on April 27th.
Okay.
So that we
A
will
week
be
after Easter.
and,
Right.
and hopefully you won't hear the lightning and thunder that we just heard a moment ago. But we're of course always looking for vendors and sponsors and anybody that wants to get involved. But we have some really good perks. So if I can throw out our website of BGC for Boys and Girls Club, BGC of SLC.org, you find the events, you find Halfway to Halloween, and put on your costume. Don't wait until October.
All right.
That's cool.
What were you for?
BGC
Oh.
of SLC.org.
That's the one.
Wow.
Wow.
What were you for Halloween last year?
I don't think I did one last
Come
year.
on, you look like a
Oh,
costume guy.
I did a year before. I think I did Green Lantern.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And I was a Pittsburgh Steeler fan, but I was dressed to the max.
Yeah, you were just to the
Yeah,
nines. The
yeah.
Steeler
What,
gear.
the shoulder pads?
No, I had a Steeler scarf that you put on over your clothes, and I was dressed all in gold and black, and I had the earrings and all the makeup, and I did the face.
The Steelers have a big following down here.
Well,
I know
a lot of
there's-
people from Pittsburgh
Yeah,
here.
there's a bar up the road. I know they're big as
Yep,
and-
Carson's.
Okay, and then there's two bars because that's not the one I was thinking of.
Okay.
And I know if you are not a Steelers fan, they almost don't let you in the door. They check you in by
Okay.
your
So
by your
what's
fan
the
base.
other one? Because I only know Carson's.
If C6 Sam's.
Okay. I
Um,
don't. Where's? I
fur-
don't know
fur-
where that.
Further up the road.
Oh, that's in Port St. Lucie.
Yes, it is in-
Yes. Yes.
Ah.
So Martin County is Carson's. C6 Sam's is.
Yeah.
yes.
So if you're a Steelers
Yep.
fan, well, if you're a Steelers fan, you already know where to go.
Isn't that the truth? Right?
And it's fun to watch a game with the Steeler fans.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
just like if you're a Packer fan
they are
or
not quiet.
no,
No.
and I'm not quiet at any football game.
Are you really? See,
Yeah,
Oh, you're one of
I'm
those.
boisterous.
yeah.
I don't care who's playing, and if it's not my team, if it's a good play, I'll root for them.
Yeah.
Because it's a good play. But if it's a bad play, I'm going to be the first one to stand up and yell at this TV.
All right. So it's Thanksgiving Day. The Lions are playing probably Chicago
Bears.
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 Yes. So who do you root for?
Both.
You just root for a good game at that
Right.
point, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just root for
All
a
right.
good game.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You don't
Yeah.
want a 36-0 blowout. You
No.
want a
Yeah.
fun
I
game
want
to watch.
everyone to come charging.
Yeah. All right.
Mhm.
I do
Offense,
that
defense.
when the Mets and Yankees play. I'm the same way. Just give me let's go extra innings, 24 innings. Let's bring it out. Let's make it last forever.
Well, last year at the playoffs, the World Series, they had that one night I was up till like 2:00 in the morning
Oh, yeah.
watching the game. Remember?
The extra
It went
innings,
into
sure.
extra innings.
Yeah, the only happy people were those who were on the West Coast where it was 3 hours
Well,
earlier.
it was the Red Sox. Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah. So a lot of we're looking for a good season this year in MLB. So
Right.
Well, good. I'm going to segue to this then, because you were talking about football. We're starting something new at the Boys and Girls Club this summer. We have a flag football competition, a league, let's just say.
Okay.
So now we're going to involve our clubs, and
And each one have their own flag
each
team.
one's going to have their own flag team, and then we're going to have
How
a
cool is that?
culminating
And
Super
will
Bowl.
it be boys and girls?
Boys and girls? Oh yes, boys and girls. Matter of fact, yesterday I was just
Because
at
you can
one
get
of our-
some bruiser girls.
They can take you out, but it's
Yes, they
It's
can.
flag.
But you
But
can get
it's
some
flag.
bruiser boys too.
but it's flag, so they're
Right.
you just got to pull on the flag, and it's not Velcro anymore. I actually did some promo shots yesterday of
Ah.
some of the kids,
Yeah.
and they always have them on Velcro and they rip them right off. No, now they got this little suction cup that goes when you take it off, and it's a little harder, so they have to work a little more this
Oh.
time.
Okay.
So if your child is interested in a little flag football and a little learning, it's an 8 to 11.
I was just going to
Okay.
ask you what the age
Wait.
range.
Yeah.
8
So-
to 11. That's a good age.
It's not for kids who have already into Pop Warner, who already have the shoulder pads and who want to do tackling, but it's for those who want to, learn a little bit, get out and play,
Yeah.
stop using their thumbs
Run
so much.
around and get some exercise.
Grass.
The
Feel
legs
grass
instead
on
of
your
the
feet.
Yeah,
Yes.
the legs instead of the thumbs. I
Right.
like that. Yeah.
Mhm.
That might be our tagline.
I think so.
Use your legs instead of thumbs. Yeah.
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 Not that the thumbs are bad, but we need to
Right.
balance it. So, but
Thumbs up to our legs working.
there you go. Look,
Yeah.
we have new flyers and posters and slogans coming right out like that.
Good.
I love it. That is great. That's that's brand new for this year, right?
That we're just starting that. That's a brand new thing. We got it through a grant, through a a donor grant through it's actually Kaiser University made that
Wonderful.
possible for us. So he, I
You do
guess-
a lot of grants, don't you?
You know, people are so giving. We don't always have our hand out, but people always have their hand out to us.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
And it's just so, we have a really generous community.
Yes, we do.
Um,
Martin and St. Lucie County are very, very generous.
They are. And, you know, Port St. Lucie County, more so, less so, I should say, than Martin County, because we don't have a Sewell's Point. We don't have an upscale area like some of that. But
Well, you got Tradition. You got St. Lucie West. You've got up in Fort Pierce. You've got along what is St. Lucie Village.
Mhm.
I mean, you've Ocean Village. You've got a lot of nice little tweaks up there.
Yeah,
but I understand what you're saying.
it's not the same per capita,
fair.
but
No.
but they give.
Right.
But they
And you know, I've noticed that the people that don't really have a lot of money give more than the people that could give.
because they needed it once themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably very true. Okay.
We have to take a little break and
Yeah.
then don't go away.
Yes, we have
We'll be
much
back.
more.
And Mitch will be back.
I'm here.
Okay. Stick with us.
I don't even remember that.
All right, we are back. And today is special birthdays.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, here we go. What do we got going on? I can't find it.
It was Spencer Tracy's
Yeah.
birthday today.
Yeah, I thought so.
Maybe the lightning.
Yeah, it changed the
It cha-
birthdays.
yeah.
Yeah, they all kind of rotated through here. But what I had, and I can't tell you the dates now, but see, one of them is Gregory Peck celebrating his birthday.
White whale, show us your crooked jaw. Show us your wrinkled brow.
And that's from the movie Moby Dick. And then this one is called, the title of this little vignette is called Buckle Up, It's Betty Davis. So she's pretty funny.
To kiss you, but I just washed my hair. Bye.
I'd kiss you, but I just washed my hair, which is something that maybe people who visit with candidate Joe Biden might want to say, right?
Ouch.
Oh.
But
Ooh.
anyway.
I don't think they can get away with that line. But there's a lot of things that were done in black and white movies that cannot be
Right.
still said today.
Yeah, so true.
We have a saying like that, and I don't know if it's appropriate. I will say it on
Uh-oh,
the air.
uh-oh.
It's
Do
just a little jingle that goes along with that women would get their hair done and bigged up, and they go home at night and they'd look at their husband and they'd say, "Get it up, get it in, get it out. Don't mess my hair up."
don't mess up my hair. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, got it. All right. All right. So back to
Oh, you have no birthdays for us? No, it didn't come up.
well,
I want to know.
yeah. So I found
It
some-
was Gregory Peck and Spencer Tracy, and that was the only two that he rattled off to me as we were. I was decorating
and Betty
and doing,
Davis, yeah.
and Betty Davis.
I like me some Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn. Who are our today's Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn as far as couple acting couple?
Oh,
Do we
yeah.
have one?
No. No
Well,
couples.
Tom Cruise was married at one point to a.
But
famous
no, that
actress.
do the movies together. They did
yeah.
sequels, a lot of movies together. I don't
We
think
don't really have that kind of
we don't
partnership
have
anymore.
no.
No, it's true.
No, unless it's maybe on the Hallmark Channel, and then that's gone because everyone paid to get their kids in college.
No, yeah.
So those people aren't on the air anymore. But you could watch the Hallmark Channel and see the same people partner up and do a good job and be different characters
Mhm.
each time. But I don't know how that's going to happen anymore. But no, we don't.
Wow, look at that. So celebrating his birthday today, born in 1839, was Robert Smalls. Who was Robert Smalls, you ask? He was a black congressman from South Carolina from 1875 to 1887.
Wow.
Good for him. He represented his district in South Carolina very well. And Booker T. Washington was born also on the state. Former slave educator, founded the Tuskegee Institute, and he was born in 1856.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Way before the Tuskegee Airmen.
Yes. Exactly right. Yes. But it's just kind of interesting, just
Yep.
stuff in American history. So,
So you're taking a road trip today. You and Scotty.
yes, we are.
Beam me up.
Yes.
Beam me
Yeah.
up to Detroit.
Yes, bless his heart. He says, Dad, he says, if you start off driving, I'll take it from there. So,
Well, you'll drive to the exit and then to Kenner
Well,
Highway and
yeah.
95, and then he'll take over.
no. I'll probably I'll try to get to driving until midnight anyway. So,
Oh, I love a long drive. I'm jealous.
yeah. Well, it's a long one. So, we're going to spend about 21 hours on the road.
You do it straight through?
We're doing straight through. We're going to stop for
Gas.
gas. Yeah.
And then put something in the car too.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Oh, roll down the windows.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Safer that way.
That's good bonding time.
Yeah.
To be with someone like that.
And when him and I flew up to Detroit into January
For your moms?
yeah,
Mhm.
it was special for me. He was wonderful. Yeah.
Are,
And-
are you a music listener for long rides, audio books, just chat?
I love. Yes, but I like oldies. And he doesn't mind the oldies, but he likes the more contemporary music. He's 28,
Mhm.
so it'll be. But I'm bringing my headphones with me just in case, so he can listen to whatever he wants, and then, yeah.
Divide and conquer.
Yes. So, but yeah. So and the way it works with the Ford products, the contemporary cars built today,
Right.
you can dial them into your phone,
Right.
and you can just pull down whatever you want to listen to from YouTube or.
Oh,
whatever.
I have Sirius Radio. I would never trade it.
Yeah.
And I got a deal this year. It was like $80 for the year.
Wow.
And when you go on a long trip, you don't have to change the channels. You can put
Right.
on. You can find anything you want.
Right.
I have it too, but I keep listening to the same two channels. I'm either on the Beatles channel or Springsteen East Street
Okay.
Radio. So that,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we had a caller used to call in to WSTU when Barry Grant used to work here, and when we were music radio.
oh, I used to be able to do a Barry imitation. I can't do it anymore. It's gone.
But anyways, so and it turns out the caller would call in for a lot of the contests, right? And Barry would say, "You are really a loyal listener." He says, "Yeah, my car radio is broken and stuck on 1450," which is okay because he was winning all the contests. But that was funny.
That's a good way to go.
Right.
And with that, I'm going to let you lead me into our Fishing for Futures because that's a great contest.
It is a great contest. That's going to go on what, Labor Day weekend?
That is on August 31st over Labor Day weekend. And why I'm segueing from that kind of, winning contest is because it's not a big, huge 80 boats in the water, competition yet. We're young. It's only the second annual.
Right.
But somebody's going to come away with the biggest fish for $5,000.
Right.
Last year, the biggest fish was not very big.
No, it wasn't. I was there.
I think I saw a bigger one in Publix, that was already, cut up and sliced up.
But what was funny was the one guy had that fish that
shark.
Right.
Yeah,
it got bit up and this and that. And I think he did not win because it was like put out there for a while or something.
Yeah.
There was something wrong with that.
It was big. It didn't follow the rules. So we had to disqualify it because, they could have scooped it up with a net if it was attacked by a shark. And then, it's not really a catch.
Right.
But this year's winner can get $5,000 for,
that's huge
for a moderate sized fish, because there aren't,
and you're doing inshore and offshore.
Inshore and offshore. So you can, if you're not an ocean person, you don't like the waves, you get a little seasick, come on in and fish on the lagoon.
Right. And it's going to be at the Manatee Observation Center.
We are right there behind the Bacchus Museum at the Manatee. So
and you have parking across the street, don't you?
There's plenty of parking. So you can park on the grass, you can park on the cement. There's no shortage. So there's nothing to discourage anybody from coming out and watching.
Either participating or watching. I loved watching the weigh-in last year.
The weigh-ins are fun. And being that we're Boys and Girls Club, in between the fish, we are going to have some kids entertain you.
Oh.
And one of our group of kids from our Chuck Hill Club in St. Lucie just did a little thing at one of the conferences, and they did a nice dance number for one of the regional groups. So they have some skills.
Yes, they do. And you did have a dance group there last year.
They were there, but this time hopefully we'll be under a little shade. They'll be a little cooler, but they were great.
Yes.
I look back at the video, and sometimes when I see a dance group, one person is doing something completely different than the rest of them. But on this video I watched, and they were all in sync. So that's that. As a friend of dance instructors, I know that's what they're looking for.
Okay,
but
that's good.
So
we're hoping to get a couple boats, more than a couple.
Yeah,
inshore, outshore, offshore. I say outshore, offshore. Yes.
Ocean water.
Yes, that's true.
Of course.
So, what is there? Any kind of fish, or is there certain fish?
There are certain fish,
like kingfish and wahoo, and
those are probably two of them.
Okay. A redfish and probably maybe inshore.
No mackerel. No salmon.
No mullet.
Yeah. No mullet.
No mullet.
They are on our website at the events page for bgcofslc.org. I did not memorize all the fish. Like I said, my best fishing is done at the supermarket.
Right.
It's already cleaned. It doesn't smell as bad.
A bonita that gives you a tarpon. I'm trying to think of what's offshore.
No sharks.
No sharks.
Even though I saw we have some sharks. Yeah, GPS sharks up and down our coast.
We do, and it's that time of year.
Yeah, let them migrate and. Someone
just got bit in what was it? Hope Sound last week, and on the foot.
Oh yes, I did hear about that. He's hopefully okay. That can't feel good at all.
No,
but. For those who aren't fishing people, then just come on out and play. Like you said, the weigh-in is entertaining.
And are you going to have food vendors?
There'll be food vendors. There'll be food trucks. There'll be playtime. There's a kids zone.
Oh, cool.
So we're going to keep you entertained while we're waiting for the boats
to come in. And it's on a Sunday or Saturday?
That's a Saturday.
Okay, so the green market will be going on downtown Fort Pierce, which is in walking distance.
Yeah, no shortage of what to do that day.
Right.
It's
when you go up to Fort Pierce on a Saturday, there usually isn't. Yeah, because of the green market, and then usually the Manatee Center has something, or Memorial Park has something, or you got the aquarium going on, and you've got the museum. I mean, it's all right there.
Yeah, it's really turned into a great area. They've done very well.
Yes,
At the
they
city
have.
of Fort Pierce, bringing people in and bringing events in. I was up where our event was last year. I was at Causeway Cove.
I go there quite often because they do every weekend or every other weekend. They want to have something going on.
They had a huge music festival last week with two. Oh, we have a caller. No, I'm kidding. We they had 2 stages, so they were alternating bands back
wow.
and forth, and the people were out there dancing and having fun, and that's what
Wonderful.
it's supposed to be.
Yes, it
You
is.
know, that's why people
And
come
it's
here.
a big open area. They have a huge space there. And I know people that have gone up to events up there and taken their motorhomes and spent the night.
I would if it's like
It's a
little-
perfect venue for that.
I would even do it as a staycation.
Yep.
So I know Buzz is one of the people that runs it up there. He does really well, but we're right across the water for our fishing tournament. We were happy to have Rick Miller at TRM Construction
Right.
Manager as the
And he's doing it again this year.
doing it again. He liked it so much, said I'll do it again. And
He's wonderful with kids. He's all about kids.
oh my God. Well, I'll tell you about the kids in a second, but
All
the
I got some breaking news.
Oh.
So we had a ball game scheduled at Jensen Beach after the show, probably to start at 7. It's been canceled because of the rain.
Okay.
But we got a caller who called in and said right now the weather is great in Jensen Beach. The sun is coming out. So anyway, so the
So,
severity of the storm, but they've already canceled the game, probably because the field is
Field.
not in good
it's not like
playing
football.
condition.
Yeah.
the baseball game,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Makes me think of the George Carlin routine when he compared football
It's a-
versus baseball.
Baseball's pastoral.
Do you remember?
I'm
it?
running home.
You even do a very good
Yeah.
George Carlin. Very good. Brings back good memories. We were saying Rick Miller came in
Right.
for our fishing, and he brings back Villafranco and Garcia as now our presenting sponsor. So
Good.
I like that we have the team back together, and everybody is again looking to do it for the kids. But other than that, what really drives Rick was we put the kids on a pontoon boat, courtesy of Children's Services Council of St. Lucie County.
Okay.
And we did 2 boats last year. And these are kids who live about 2 miles away from the shoreline that have never seen the water. Never
Really?
been on the water. They don't have the transportation. They don't have the ability. So last year they got to go on the actual boat and fish and catch them. Some of last year's pictures are on our website.
Wow.
But it's just great to see them have that experience because they're inlanders.
Yes.
But we're a coastal town, so
We are.
They need to see that's about. And again, for that to be Rick's main purpose for making this happen, to see that the kids get something out of it. It's not
Mhm.
just for the fishermen.
Right.
That's almost a subcategory for them. But you go on the website, you look at some of the faces on those kids when they catch their little 3-inch guppy. They're happy.
Oh, they never felt that tug.
Nope.
On a line.
Nope.
Never put a worm on a hook or
No.
a shrimp on a hook.
Or even felt anything rocking under their
Their
feet.
feet,
So it's a great experience that when you come to the club, and we would love you to come to the club too and tour them. But when they go there and you ask them about it, they speak about it like it just happened yesterday. Those memories are
Oh, they'll
gonna
be
with
embedded for
them.
the rest of their life.
Yes, and that's really
And that's a positive
Yeah.
attribute for them.
we need to put that in our mission statement that we're making memories for the kids.
Yes, you are. Every day.
I loved my camp days growing up, so I hope this is what it's doing for them too.
It is.
Speaking of camps, we have summer camp coming up too.
Wow. So you can go on the
He's like
website.
the Segway king.
Yes.
I don't know how you made me do this, but summer camp. I can't believe we're talking about summer. We already did Halloween too, but summer camps. We have some camps where it's only $1 a week.
Wow.
So again, thanks to partnerships with agencies that want to help out and grow the kids and keep them off
And the
the
kids
streets
can have a meal every day.
every single day. Every day we feed them.
That's
So
wonderful.
it's all good stuff.
Good.
Well,
That's good.
You're looking at your screen, so I'm thinking you have more breaking news.
No, I was just communicating with family back
Oh.
home because they're curious about my Aunt Marie, who will be 100 this summer, and she's anxious for me to visit with her. So
And I think you will.
yes,
I'm going to segue in here because we have an event going on at 6 o'clock in Port St. Lucie
Mhm.
at
Wait a
Poetic
minute,
Justice.
Wait a minute. We're being
Weathered.
Are we off the air?
as long as the weather alert is on. You can't hear it in the
Mm-mm.
background. It's in the background.
Yeah, I can hear it.
I don't hear nothing.
I know.
You're right. That's so faint.
It is faint.
I hope they can hear it better.
Oh, they can.
It's so funny because look outside now. It's just
Right.
welcome to Florida. Wow, it's good advice.
Okay, now we can talk.
Okay. But we have Mr. Dominic Albanese has been on our show before, and he is doing a reading at Poetic Justice at 6 o'clock. That's in the shops of Morningside in Port St. Lucie Boulevard and Morningside. And Chris Hagblum is the owner of the store. And the book is named By Some Happenstance. What I tried to get out of him.
Oh, happenstance?
Yes.
Yeah, happenstance. Yes.
And that's the name of his book that he's
Okay.
reading out of
Okay.
tonight.
very
This is like he's becoming quite a poet,
Ah,
and he's just like his maybe 7th book
yeah.
that he has out. And I told him that I would hopefully the weather stops and everyone will show up
I
for
think
his reading.
Yes.
We also have the Garden Club of Jensen Beach has a plant sale Sunday morning at Indian Riverside Park. So anyone that is looking for new plants from the Garden Club, show up Sunday morning and you'll find them. They'll be right out front at Indian Riverside Park.
Nice. Very good.
We got music at the mansion on Sunday. We had
Oh, it's Journey.
the first annual Jensen Beach Surfers
Journey.
Autism
Wow.
Autism
Yes.
Beach.
Mhm.
9 to 4 tomorrow, Sea Turtle Beach. It will take young adults and children surfing tomorrow, April 6th.
That is, if you've never been there, that is one of the most amazing events.
It is
because
amazing.
They have volunteers out in the water to
Yes.
get the autistic kids and adults
Right.
onto a board. And then there's another volunteer at the shoreline to catch them and make sure they're okay.
Yeah.
And there's something about the waves that sparks something in an autistic person
Yes.
that they just
They
wake
are
up,
one
come
with
alive.
nature. Yes.
Yeah, it really
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
It's like horseback
stunning.
riding for them.
Yes, therapy horseback riding.
Yeah, yes, they do the same thing, and the kids just light up, and it becomes a different person.
Isn't that
So
amazing?
yes, it is amazing.
And it's so, I think it's so fascinating that people are constantly working to find the tools and the situations because you'll stumble across something,
Right.
and you go, oh, this works. And then of course we now have the communications ability to spread that information
Right.
to a broader audience, and so that helps the process of healing so much quicker. you know,
Yes.
I think.
True. So, anything else you want to?
That's
No, I can't think of anything else to segue.
well, you'll have to come back.
You'll have to come back
Oh,
next
I would
month.
love to.
Yes, you're always welcome.
I appreciate you both. Thanks so much for letting me chat.
Okay, we'll do it again next month.
All righty.
Ciao for now.